Hello. The video you are about to see contains images of dolls only. Good morning everybody, happy Monday. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. We had a fairly quiet one, I'll tell you all about that later. But first of all, let's say good morning to our baby, and this is little Sharona Mae. Hello darling, what you doing? She says, Mummy, it's perfectly obvious I am trying to sleep, but you're making it kind of difficult because you're leaning me on the boppy and babbling over my head. Well, I'm sorry, Sharonakins, but it's going to get worse because I'm going to change you in a minute. And this is chased by Bonnie Brown, and she's just so precious. In fact, that's apt because she's a precious baby, nursery baby. And she's just darling, aren't you? She's a little precious darling. Oh, I just love that little mouth. It's such a cute little mouth and such cute little cheeks. And she's just so precious. Oh, got something on your head. Let's get rid of that for a start. So, I'm going to give her a change. And then after I've changed her, we're going to do something quite good. A bit different. Unconnected with babies. But I have had a request. Something I've got somebody wants to see, and it's a room of the flat that you've never been in before, so I thought we would, and most particularly because it's to do with Valentine's Day, and we aren't actually going to be here on Valentine's Day because it happens to be a Thursday, and we don't do videos in the new regime where we wing it during the week so that Mr. B can work and so that Ria doesn't have to be here like 3 hours or more on Fridays and go home in the dark. It's come now that we don't do videos on Thursdays anymore, so we won't be here on Valentine's Day. There we go. Anyway, more about, oh, careful of your head. I'm not very good mummy, am I? More about that later. Look at this cute little sleeper. It's such a cute one. I'm just taking this little sleeper and cardigan off her. This is what she came in. So this is exciting for me because this is my first change of little Sharona. There we go. So untie this here, and then we're going to have to undo these leg poppers. I've never seen a sleeper go quite like this before. There's a good girl. Such a darling girl. Oh my goodness me. I have managed to resist temptation. I've said to myself, no more new babies this month. Might be able to have a new one next month, but no new babies this month. Really mustn't be naughty. And Jilly has a Noel by Olga hour. And I was saying to myself that I would really like, oh, I've still got a tag on the back of that sleeper. I must take it off before I put it in the wash. I was saying to myself that I'd really like a little boy preemie, because apart from the twins, the awesome foursome, who live in the bedroom, over your head, my precious girl. There we go. I don't have and Toby, who lives in a different place. I don't have any toys on my tiny shelf. And I really would actually quite like a little tiny boy for my preemie shelf. Now let's have a little look at some detailing while she has her onesie on, because I really haven't had a chance to look at her in detail. So let's look at these feet. They are just the most amazing. Such lovely creases. And this one is a fatter foot, and she's got such stretched out toes. And then look at the rolls. Look at those rolls on her thighs. Aren't they great? You fatty! Look at those rolls on your thighs. Aren't they fabulous? Oh, and look at her knees. Aren't they gorgeous, Ria?
They are very sweet little knees.
And then she's got, I'm just going to stretch your arm up, darling. She's got more lovely rolls all the way up the insides of her arms. Such sweet little fists. And this one, slightly less rolls on this arm, but still right the way up the insides of her arms. So beautiful. Oh, now this is what I'm going to put on her. And I picked this up on Friday. Isn't this the cutest? This is Nutmeg, and this is a beautiful long sleeve t-shirt. I was darn lucky to find this. It's the middle of a cold, wet, bitter February. And do you know what they have in Nutmeg? Short sleeve t-shirts and dresses, and for the little boys, shorts. Can you believe it? I just can't. And do you know, when it was coming in with the winter clothes, they didn't have winter clothes in like August. They didn't have real winter clothes until very near Christmas. So I do not understand why they're bringing spring clothes in the middle of February. It's ridiculous. So anyway, this is a beautiful striped t-shirt in like orange and lilac and white and green and other colours which I've forgotten. I think there's pink in it, I'm not sure. And then the dress is pink, and there's a little dinosaur. I think is it a green one?
There's a little green one on the
A
pocket.
little green one on the pocket, and it says Roar. And then there's a big purple one, a big purple dinosaur, and he's got a big smiley face and a pink crown. Now the thing that got me about this outfit, sorry sweetheart, sorry, nearly hit you with a hanger then, is that you see dinosaur stuff for boys all the time, but I've never seen dinosaur stuff for girls before. And I've been shopping for clothes for the babies for a good 2 years now, and I think this is the very first time I've ever seen a girl stuff with a dinosaur motif. And such a cute one, you know. So I had to snaffle this while I could. It's really, really cute. I'm dying to see what she looks like in this. And I've also got some little white socks somewhere to put on her. There we are, darling. Such a good girl. Yes, you are. You're such a sweet girl. So lucky to have my darling little Sharona. Yes, I am. I'm lucky to have my Sharona girl. Mr. B's over there working away as usual. Monday's one of his really busy days. There we go. He will be away tomorrow. He'll be home Wednesday and home Thursday, so that's good because last year he was away for Valentine's Day. And I've had someone ask me, what are we going to do for Valentine's Day? Do we go out? No. Lean forward, my precious. We never go out for Valentine's Day because it's always very crowded and very expensive. And it's not that, you know, we grudge paying the money if we get something good for it. But unfortunately, I find this at all kinds of holidays. There's so many people and it's such a rush, and I feel so sorry for the poor staff who are absolutely run off their feet and worked so hard. And I tend to find that wherever you go, nobody gets quite as good service as they should because everybody wants everything right now. And there's the times that I have been out on Valentine's Day, it's been, you know, just hasn't been very good. And it can get a bit tacky. So I really would rather stay home, snuggle up with a good bottle of bubbly and a good movie and have a nice time and celebrate it in our own way. It's just more us. But we do have one tradition that we have done for Valentine's Day for the last few years, and that is, you might have heard Mr. B call me the bear because that's my nickname with a lot of people, and Rhea calls me Lou Bear and lots of people call me the bear. And so for the last few years, Mr. B and I have given each other Valentine's gifts. It's no good giving each other cards because we can't see them. So we've given each other, have I got this on the right way? Yes, I have. Valentine's Day gifts that have something to do with bears. Now, when I said that to dear Claudia, who leaves us lovely comments and who asked me what we were going to do for Valentine's Day. Oh, get that arm out of there. Get that arm out of there. What are you doing? There we go. Yeah. When I said that to Claudia, she said, and I explained what gift I would be getting because I always get something to increase my collection of little bears. She asked if she could see them. So, in a minute, when I have this little one ready, I'm going to take you next door and show you our bears. And then what I thought I'd do is something else rather good. So, that's still to come once I've got Sharona ready, which is nearly... Oh, look, that fits her beautifully. Now, what have I done with your socks? Here they are. White socks. I could have put pink socks. I have got some, but I didn't know. I wasn't sure whether they'd go. So I thought best to play it safe and put white ones. Foot. There we go. My dad, I was telling, oops, I've got that on completely the wrong way around. What an idiotic mummy. I was telling my friend Nicole from Nicole's Little Ones, if you haven't checked out her channel, please do. It's a great channel. I was telling Nicole that my dad used to tell us stories. And he used to tell us stories about two rabbits called Foot and Foot. And so whenever I put baby's feet into things now, I will always do as he did and say, Foot, and then Foot. So you, Foot. There's a good girl. Oh, look, so cute. There we go. What is it that even newborn socks sometimes are too big for these little feet of theirs? Well, that actually fits quite well. Not too shabby at all. So there is little Sharona, and she's looking extremely adorable. These sleeves can come down because I think I rolled them up too far. I did. I think I rolled them up too far. There we are. Isn't she looking gorgeous?
She looks wonderful, and she is the perfect poster for we deserve more dinosaurs on our clothes.
Absolutely. Dinosaurs aren't just for boys, dinosaurs are for everybody. A dinosaur isn't for Christmas, a dinosaur is for life. So, I'm going to stop just for 1 second, and when I go next door, I'm going to take the chance to show you my pride and my joy, my dressing table, and I'm going to show you the bears. Hello. This is a place you never thought you'd be in, isn't it? Now, I'm sorry you're seeing everything in electric light, but I have to keep the blinds drawn in here always because we are overlooking a schoolyard in this room, and it is very overlooking, and if I don't keep those blinds drawn, sometimes I'll forget to draw them when I need to come in here in the day because I have a migraine, and children can see what they don't need to see. So I always keep them drawn for safety, so I hope you can see okay and the electric light doesn't wash the colours out of things. So, bears. First of all, let me introduce you to two cuddly bears that we have. This is Honey, and she's a cute panda from Build-A-Bear. And then over on this side of the bed behind me, I'll pick her up. This is Love Bear, This is Mr. B's bear, and I gave him this one. And she has got such cute dressing gown, pyjamas and slippers on. And she's just an ordinary bear. And they both have scents in them. One smells of strawberries and one smells of honey. And they are from Build-A-Bear, and they were both Valentine's Day gifts. Now, in front of you, hopefully, is my the one thing I am kind of rather proud of in the pinkness that is mostly our room. When I was a very little girl, I used to go and stay with somebody who had a glass dressing table, and it had silver brushes, glass perfume bottles, and a triple mirror. And I thought, oh my gosh, I would love to have a dressing table like that one day when I'm an old lady. She wasn't an old lady. She was a glamorous, blonde, grown-up Barbie doll of a lady. I want a dressing table like that. Well, I didn't turn out to be a grown-up Barbie doll of a lady. I turned out to be a fat lady with pink hair. But I did get to have a nice dressing table. So anyway, you don't want to hear about that, but just so that blind people know what's on it. To the right of it is the largest jewellery box in the whole wide world. It's white leather, and it has drawers, and it has Lacey's pink parrot bird and fingerlings on top of it, because there's nowhere else to put them. And beside that is Lacey's jewellery box, which is pink and glittery and has unicorns on it. And then the mirror starts, and it has, make sure I know what I'm doing here. Excuse me a minute, Rhea. Yes. 2 of my crystal bears. We always give each other bear things for Valentine's Day. And then my pots of skin cream, and then there is a glittery Fabergé type egg, which a friend of mine gave me for my birthday last year. And then there is glass crystal perfume bottles in which I keep organic flower water colognes, which I wear at night. And there is also a beautiful silver-plated Bunnykins musical box, which the kids gave me for my 50th birthday. And then there is more skin cream, and in the middle there is my antique silver brushes, which Mr. B bought me, and I was never so surprised with anything in my whole life, because I don't think you could get them anymore. Well, I don't know where he found them, but he found them for me and surprised me with them. And then to the left of that, at the left-hand end of my mirror, are 2 more bears. The bears, there are 2 that are slightly larger, and they're crystal with pink glittery hearts. And the 2 smaller ones, I think, are pink all the way through, aren't they, Rhea? Yeah, they're pink.
And white with pink tummies.
Oh, white with pink tummies, that's right. But they're beautiful little bears, and this year I should be getting 2 more. And now I'm going to show you what I've got Mr. B. Now, I'm not going to say anything much about this because I don't want him to know. And if you make comments, be careful not to say anything, because he reads the comments. And what I've got him is something that he will use a lot. It's this. See? Isn't that cute?
That's very cute. That's very sweet.
And there are the buttons, see, on the handle. And it has one of these. See?
Mm-hmm.
And it also has a so very useful. He's going to be so miffed because you know, and I know, and Rhea knows, but he doesn't know. Let's just put this away. So that's Mr. B's bear. Now mind, I mean it, when you do comments, don't let on so that Mr. B will know, because I want him to be surprised, but I did want you to see it. I'll put it back in a minute. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow. And I don't know what we're going to be doing, but I really want to feed Alfie some stage. I was going to feed him last week, but it didn't happen because poor Rio wasn't very well, so we did something else instead. But we will feed Alfie at some stage this week. So thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, and enjoy your babies. And let's be good to each other. Bye-bye.